Hey guys, so until like it is previewing the match of the season for Serie A, Napoli is going to upset Juventus at Turin. They're going to win the Scudetto. The question is Juve going to rig the match by having Dybala not play and fake an injury? That could very well happen. But it's all scripted by the numbers. A 6-year Scudetto streak is going to end for Juventus. It is no coincidence that after the draw against AC Milan, that Napoli found itself 6 points back against a team defending its 6-year Scudetto streak with 6 games left to play. You can't make this stuff up. It is all scripted by the numbers. Napoli is going to upset Juventus at Turin. They're going to get revenge against Gonzalo Higuain. They're going to get revenge against Juventus. The closest that Juventus has been to losing the Scudetto was back in 2016. With the game 0-0, Simone Zaza pulls Juve ahead, leapfrogs Napoli. It was Juventus that controlled its own fate the rest of the way back in 2015, 2016, back in 2016. If the game ended in a draw, Napoli would have controlled its own destiny, but instead Juventus picks up their 57th points back in the year 2016. Diego Maradona, right now 57 years of age. Napoli winning the Scudetto is going to be significant for the upcoming World Cup. The current standings in Serie A is going to be significant right now because of the fact that Juventus has 85 points right now. This is going to be significant for the fact that Roma would play in the Champions League final this year for the first time since the year 1984. Right after Roma played in the Champions League final against Liverpool in 1984, the following year in 1985, Juventus won its first Champions League title in the year 1985. So we have a real Champions League tribute for Juventus next year in AS Roma. The final next year is going to be played on June the 1st, 6-1. Notice that Juventus is going to have 6 straight Scudettos, and they would have 1 year where they don't win the Scudetto. You know, that's a lot like the date of the Champions League final next year. This is all going to be a real tribute to the great Argentinian who won the World Cup in 1986 with Napoli. This is the 86th edition of the Serie A. Right now, it is Napoli that would win the Serie A this season. It is Maradona that is 57 years of age. In Gematria, it is 57, and championship that both equal 131 in the practice coin letters awards into numbers as well as 68. Doing the online calculator. The amount of time from Diego Maradona's birthday to the day of Napoli-Juventus is Lionel Messi's birthday, June the 24th. 6 months and 24 days from his birthday to the day of Juventus against Napoli. This is the Zionists at work that are rigging the world of professional sports. It is the Zionist order in Gematria that equals 205. And 6 months and 24 days is Lionel Messi's birthday. Napoli last won the Scudetto in the year of Messi's birthday. It was Napoli that won the Scudetto with Diego Maradona in 1987. Messi's birthday. Napoli won the Scudetto with Diego Maradona. Their first title came in Messi's birthday in 1987. It is the World Cup that's going to be played at Russia, and Gematria equals 87. So Napoli win the Scudetto this year. It's going to be a tribute to the World Cup. The sky blue teams out there like City and Napoli and Argentina. You see where I'm coming from with this. This is all going to be a tribute to the World Cup for Diego Maradona by having Napoli win the Scudetto this year. It would come 31 years later. 31 goal differential for Juventus after they won that game against Napoli. in 2016, 25 games played. This is all scripted by the numbers. It is because in Italian Gematria, fine means end. It is fine that equals 34 and 25. Pretty fitting that Juventus-Napoli match back in February of 2016, the closest Napoli was to winning the Scudetto, happened after 25 matches. And this year, what is significant about fine and equaling 34 in Italian Gematria? Well, after Napoli beats Juventus, they're going to be very well on their way to ending their Scudetto streak after the 34th match of the season. This comes as no coincidence that the 34th match of the season would be played at Turin against Juventus for Napoli. 6 in Italian is sei, the end of a 6-year Scudetto streak. Sei equals 33. Juventus FC in Gematria equals 33. 33 prior games to the end of the Scudetto run for Juventus in the next game, and the momentum for Napoli to end the season in the tough matches that Juventus has against Inter Milan and against AS Roma. The Pope also is going to be a tribute. The World Cup is going to be a tribute to the current Pope, Pope Francis. Where is Pope Francis from? He's from Argentina. Napoli would pick up its 84th points of the season with the win at Turin. It is Jesuit equals 84. It is Savior that equals 84. It is the Catholic Church in Gematria equals 84. The Savior of Argentina back in 1987, Diego Maradona. Back in 1986, Savior of Argentina right now, Lionel Messi. The end. Alla fine equals 33. 33 prior matches to the 34th match coming up. There's going to be a tribute to the Pope. Maurizio Sarri is the coach of Napoli right now. Right now, it is Maurizio Sarri that has 122 career losses. Pope Francis in Italian. Papa is the Italian word for Pope. Papa equals 34. This is the 34th match of the year coming up once again. Pope Francis in Italian. Papa Francisco equals 122. This is the Jesuits rigging and scripting the world of sports. 122 losses for Maurizio Sarri as a manager. It's going to remain at 122. 24 losses for Napoli. Going to remain at 24 losses for Napoli. Messi born on the 21st day of June. So it's all a major sign to come. How about the win-loss differential? 51, I notice here. His 228th victory in 122 losses as a manager. 208 minus 122. Notice that equals 86. The year of Argentina's last World Cup title, Diego Maradona. Also the start of the season in which Napoli won its first Scudetto. This is the 86 Serie A season. Let me show you what I mean by that. Right, the 86 season of the Scudetto. It all connects to Napoli and the last time they won the Scudetto and the last time Argentina won the World Cup. This is all a real tribute of what's going to come for the end of this year. 6-year Scudetto streak. Sei anni equals 35. Juventus has 35 titles right now when you count the 2 titles that Inter and the judges took away from Juventus. A 6-year Scudetto streak would end with a total of 35 Scudetti for the Bianconeri. Juventus and Napoli. They last played each other on the 1st of December. 12-1, it was Juventus that defeated Napoli that game. December the 1st, 12-1 can be written out as 121. December the 1st, end of a Scudetto streak in Italian Gematria equals 121. This would also occur right before the 121st season for Juventus. Next year's the 121st season. They're going to win the Champions League next year in the treble. 6 Scudettos, 1 Scudetto loss for the team ever since it opened Allianz Stadium. This is all a sign of what's going to come for next season for the Bianconeri. Maurizio Sarri's birthday. First of all, the amount of time from the day of Napoli Juventus to Lionel Messi's birthday is a time span of 64 days. The Italian word for revelation, rivelazione in Gematria, equals 64. 64 days from Napoli Juventus to Lionel Messi's birthday. As I've said before, 6 months and 24 days from Maradona's birthday to April the 22nd. Lionel Messi's birthday on June the 24th is going to be a major clue of what's going to come. 2 months and 3 days. It is end in English Gematria. That equals 23. Also a sign of what's going to come in the 64 Champions League. The end of a 23-year Champions League drought. And Arturo Vidal, the former Juventino, wears number 23 with Bayern Munich. 9 months and a day. Revenge against the Argentinian striker born in the year 87. Gonzalo Higuain, the Italian word for revenge. Vendetta in Gematria equals 91. Tribute to Maradona and Messi. All scripted by the numbers. That's 6 months and 24 days connecting to Lionel Messi. Papa Francisco back at it again. The amount of time from the Pope's birthday to April the 22nd. 4 months and 6 days. 127 days. The Pope resides at Vatican City. It's the Jesuits that rig sports. Vatican City equals 127.46. Juventus in reverse ordinal equals 84 and 24. Lionel Messi's day of his birthday, the 6th, the June. That has to symbolize the end of a 6-year Scudetto streak for the Bianconeri. Part of the Juventus Champions League title drought has to do with UEFA propping up Messi and Ronaldo, you know. Napoli can pick up its 84th points against Juventus. Major sign of what's going to come. Maurizio Sarri, born on January the 10th. The amount of time from January the 10th. Well, first let me touch up on Gonzalo Higuain's birthday of December the 10th to the day of the revenge against Gonzalo Higuain. Is a time span of 19 weeks. For the Neapolitans that believe in God, the Italian word for Dio in Gematria equals 19. So that's pretty funny itself. Giving the Neapolitans revenge against Gonzalo Higuain. Gonzalo Higuain's birthday of December the 10th is going to be a major clue of what's going to come. 59 goal differential for Juventus right now. December the 10th of 2017, his birthday from the past season. Birthday numerology of 59. And in Italian Gematria, fino al fine, to the end equals 59. You can interpret this for Napoli. It's Napoli now that's going to try to fight till the very end. Napoli are going to try to emulate Juventus here. They can't allow getting knocked out of the Champions League group stage and quickly dumping out of Europa to go into waste. See what I'm talking about here? Sarri's got to win something big before he leaves Napoli. And it's just all meant to be that way. 57 points for Juventus. Maradona, his age, all major sign of what's going to come. Yeah, this game was played on the 13th of February. 13's a lucky number in Italy. It would be for Juventus next year. What is the date numerology of that big Juventus-Napoli match for this year? 51. I've been seeing a lot of 51. Look at this. This is no joke. 68 days from the day of Juventus-Napoli back in 2016. This year's date numerology on February the 13th to the day of Juventus-Napoli. 68 days, 2 months, and 9 days. Once again in Gematria, it is Championship in Gematria, that equals 68. Or La Fine in Gematria equals 29. The end of a Scudetto streak. 2 months and 9 days. The revenge moment for the Neapolitans. 20 plus 18 plus 22 plus 4. April the 22nd of 2018. Date numerology of 64. A revelation. The end of a Scudetto streak. Rivelazione. Rivelazione. Revelation in Italian Gematria equals 64. A clue of what's going to happen next year in the Champions League as well. Juventus the team to beat. This is going to be a major grand joke coming up. The games are scripted by the numbers. Sports are scripted theater. Revenge for the Neapolitans against Gonzalo Higuain. This stuff is truly scripted theater. It's all a sign of what's going to come. Now Maurizio Sarri's January the 10th birthday to the day of April the 22nd of this year, 2018. Time span of 14 weeks and 5 days when you include the end date. That's a lot like 145. And Massimiliano Allegri, the Juventus manager, can lose his 145th game in the next game. So the end of a run for Juventus, the end of a Scudetto streak. The date that Napoli may very well win the Scudetto on April the 22nd, in this tribute to the World Cup that may happen for Diego Maradona for Argentina on July the 15th, may reveal something else as well. Napoli and Argentina, both teams that Diego Maradona played for. 84 days, 2 months and 23 days. It is Jesuit that equals 84. It is Savior that equals 84. The Catholic Church equals 84. Argentina can play in its 84th game in the World Cup final. This is all going to be a major tribute of what's going to come. As a Juventino, this is going to be very hard to see the end of our season. See AC Milan win the Coppa Italia. See Napoli win the Scudetto. Missed chances. We have the Neapolitan Gianluigi Donnarumma facing off against Napoli in the Supercoppa Italiana next year. But all good things come to an end, but it's going to make Juventus even stronger. It's going to give Buffon even more hunger than ever to come back and complete something special next year.